Herzlichen guten Morgen and welcome to a new update, and today we're going to discuss Vechain price prediction for 2021 and 2022 because we don't know where the cycle is going to top out, and most likely it will be next year. So that's what we're going to discuss today in this small update of the markets. But before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also do not forget to like this YouTube update and check out my Twitter and Instagram where you can find daily content on the markets, as I'm producing that on multiple platforms and also within our platform on Discord, of which you can become a member through the website link in the description beneath. So do not forget to check it out if you want to trade alongside me. So I wanted to discuss Vechain today as there's been many requests for this one. And we're going to derive that through TA. But the first thing I want to say about Vechain in the price action here is that back in the day it was FEN, now it is FET, and one of the big runners of 2017-2018. But as we can see in this entire chart, and that's the first thing I wanted to bring out here, is that altcoins go into cycles within a year. So what we see in this entire chart of Vechain is that we've had a run up in November 2019, correction all the way back, run up in 2020, correction all the way back, run up in 2021, correction all the way back. Where are we in the current cycle for Vechain? That's something that we're going to discuss as well. And we're going to be discussing the entire level of price that Vechain could be hitting in USD and in Bitcoin price. And the more important one is the Bitcoin price, because then you can see whether it's outperforming Bitcoin or not. And that is why it's very important to use that as a key trigger to take profits from that perspective. So, Vechain, it's top logistics tokens by market capitalization, by far one of the biggest. The second one is Origin Trail Track, also running significantly lately, waking up nicely. Morpheus Network is another one that's running up slightly, and for the rest, we can see that this entire section is very much skewed towards Vechain, as that one has approximately 98% of the market capitalization, 90. As we can see, the total market cap is 11 billion. Vechain has 10, and the rest of the small projects, even ShipChain is still on the list. Nice. Wabi as well. Wabi Moon, Electra Protocol, it's also in this list, still a very small one, but that's partially Dutch as far as I know. But this is an interesting section, as that has not been showing too much gains yet, as in it's very much comparable to many of the cryptocurrency sections right now. What I mean by that is that if you rewind the entire market, in 2017 we only had Ethereum as a smart contract platform. Now, in the next cycle, we don't only have Ethereum as the first real smart contract platform, but we've got many smart contract platforms at this stage. When we're looking at this section of logistics, we can see that Vechain is the only one right now, but we actually have multiple being waking up. So where are we in the cycle when it comes to the logistics section? I think we are into that phase of 2016, 2017. So if we're looking at these top smart contracts tokens, we can see that there are multiple right now, and the actual market capitalization of Ethereum is not 90 to 95% anymore. It's actually around 60 to 70. 60 to 70. And other platforms have been taking over their spot or has been grinding towards that spot. I'm not sure why Ethereum Classic is still there. Vechain is also in here. So we can actually see that Vechain is one of the first runners and starting to develop some adoption as well. So when we're looking at the price action of Vechain, I've already mentioned the fact that we are having cycles in here. So every cycle has some gains, right? So from the previous stop towards the next stop, we can see that we've got a 130% grind here for Vechain. What we can see on the second top is that we're seeing a run of 100% at this stage. So most likely in the second run that we're experiencing the next cycle, we're going to have or anticipate another run of between 100 to 120%, resulting in a run towards 1,000 sats. What we also see in this fact is that we're having cycles. So every run has a very corrective notion, which is approximately 70 to 90%. And in this case, we have 78%. And we can also see that the previous correction has been taking place towards 70%. So those cycles take place. And the question right now is, where is Vechain in this entire cycle to see where we are standing? Are we looking for swing spots? Are we looking for shorts? Are we looking to sell at this stage? I think we are actually looking to build the position, but we should still be realizing that if we're getting into a bottoming phase, we most likely are in such an accumulation period here in which we hold on to the actual previous high, but we actually also hold on to this entire block that we have here as the key trigger. So in the best case, we are looking to get an accumulation going in this period, and we might even be already getting it before we're going to accelerate upwards. So what do we see as well is that in the reversal of this trend, we are starting to make lower highs, lower lows. And in this case, we are making lower highs, lower lows, as the crucial breaker is this entire block for Vechain. If that breaks, or we create ourselves a new higher low here, the chances are that we're reversing the actual trend. So right now the critical resistance for Vechain is this entire resistance zone. If you're looking for a spot to start taking the entire trade on Vechain, you want to build the entire swing position in this area, as overall you don't really want to see the price of Vechain drop lower than the current area. What we are looking for in terms of price action to take the actual end of year prediction of end of cycle prediction, that's when you're going to use Fibonacci extension, which is we're looking at Fibonacci extension. In the first cycle from 2019 to 2020, we've got 1618 and we've actually reached 2618 to the set. In the second cycle, we didn't get that far as we reached the target high for the 1618 and we got close towards the 2618 level. We also know that from the previous estimation of another run of 100% to 130%, we get towards around 1,000 sats, right? So if we get a new cycle in which we are currently in the phase of accumulation, or we are waking up before we're going to get another run, we can start using this information to derive the target points, and then you get towards the first one based on this previous low. If we're getting lower or we're using the previous low in the other cycle, we can actually determine a higher number for the 1618. But in this case, we're going to use this previous low here and estimate a target zone, which is 650, and the second one is around 950 sats. So that would be resulting in another 3x to 4x from here, gaining about 30 to maybe even 40 billion in market capitalization. Also, in the peak high of the bull market, we always see numbers that are just overshooting the actual real value of a cryptocurrency or asset like a stock. So the run that we should be looking at is the entire run that we're having here on the Bitcoin expansion or the Bitcoin pair. And then I would be looking at anything between 700 to 1,000 sats as the next peak high. The question becomes then, how far can Fed USDT become? Because the Bitcoin pair might be, or Bitcoin itself might be running heavily. In that case, it's quite difficult to do so. If you're going to say, okay, 1,000 sats is going to be the target and Bitcoin is going to be around 100k at that point, you're concluding yourself that Vechain is going to run towards $1. That would be crazy. But if you're going to say, okay, 3 to 4x from now in the Bitcoin pair and Bitcoin against USDT remains flat, that would result into a run towards 50 cents already. But we're concluding that Bitcoin is not going to stay stable here and actually starts grinding up if it's still a bull cycle. In that case, if Bitcoin runs from 60 to 90k, the target zone of 50 cents already runs towards 75 cents. So I think that the overall cycle top for Vechain is going to lie around 70 cents to $1 in this cycle. Will it be this year? Will it be the beginning of next year? I'm not sure. But that is what I'm looking at in this case, in this cryptocurrency cycle, as I think that everything still has a 4 to 5x to gain before we're going to have a reversal and a bear market of a year to be happening. I hope you have enjoyed this update. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and have a wonderful weekend.